Okay. I think everything is good. Oh, God.
Probably one of the, I won't say the
All
worst
right.
thing to happen, but it's certainly been off.
Mate in one. So that's a chess set. I was looking for a
White
chess
move
set.
mate in one?
Yeah. So you have to look for a chess set. You move white.
No, the temperature jumped 30 degrees overnight over here. I don't know what the fuck it is. So it went
All
from
right.
3 Fahrenheit to 73 Fahrenheit. Combine that with a computer whose heating is quite intense to the point to where earlier during the freezes I was able to still function.
I hope everything's working. For some reason my audio stuff looks different on the bar. I don't know why. I'm gonna try to mess around with audio settings in the future, because I need to have it where the music doesn't get sent over to the VOD, because now I have to, because of Twitch's new thing, I have to upload it to YouTube instead.
Not to mention I've technically done things of combat RP already today. What about Pony? My typical cultist ambushes.
Numbers don't match up.
I did my typical.
Alright.
They'll probably be back in a bit. They're just talking about something about coins. That's all
I mean, you wanna fight right now?
Oh, I hope everything seems good. I am...
Fix the setting perfectly.
Perfect.
I just gotta make sure I stop like fucking jumping like, oh hi.
So yeah, we're going to be, or at least I'm going to be setting, getting new outfit and new gear today. Well, not today. I'm gonna be, well, I might get the new outfit today. I don't know. It depends on the tailor, but I will not be getting the gear. So yeah, I need to go speak to the tailor, and then gunsmith won't be in today, but I need to get a musket made. So if they're not in next session, then I'll talk to Wolfric if we can buy one from the armory. But I don't need to rush with it because I have a already need to get
My 4 hours of sleep.
Oh, you're holding a liar.
Thanks, Eden. Lost.
the chat button. Weird.
Listen,
But
I was so sleepy.
yeah, I need to get the
I don't even remember what happened.
need to get it made and then do training. So if Depresso's in today, then today will be the last day of the smithing training. Because I thought I only had one, but I remember doing two. So I asked Depresso and he said, yeah, we've done two. So I think I just forgot to update it.
I mean, that's just.
Now, I'm debating doing something different with the musket, like the way it works. So currently what I have is when I'm holding it and hit trigger, it fires. But I have a button to like cock it as well. So I want to see if I can set it up where I need to cock it to be able to fire it. Issue with that is I want it to be able to like fire, like the cock to move forward when it like fires, because that's how that works. So I'm trying to figure out how to set that up, because if I do it where like just firing it sets the parameter to false so it moves it, that will cause syncing issues, because something that is required to activate that animation is being shut off while that animation is activated. So it'll work for me but not others, because syncing. So I'm very curious. Well, not curious, but I'm trying to figure out how to do it. I might make... I might just make it so, like, the actual combat lock for the gun is separate from the actual animation. But I don't know. because I don't like being able to fire it just when it's in my hand. That's a...
Districts have a mandatory policy of year-round pay, which is basically you earn your
So...
salary for a yearly payout instead of
I don't
because their
know
salary
what to do with it.
so their salary is
Because
just
technically I could set up like a delay thing for it. Because the musket doesn't need to fire rapidly, so it having a delay between firing is perfectly fine. I have to reload it anyways. But I'm worried, because I did this yesterday, and I didn't exactly want to spend a whole lot of time testing syncing, because that takes a bit. Especially since I was working on it the day before RP. So I'm thinking maybe after session I might do that. Because it'll take like an hour to do to sync it, now that I have all the animations set up. Oh, hello, Jack. Oh, well, thank you for the sub. Did the widgets show up? Like, did the subscription thing show up on screen? Like, says like, so-and-so is subscribed. Because I didn't hear anything. It's supposed to make a sound. I don't know if it worked. Didn't see it? I wonder why. Oh, okay. Why do I only have the follower one there? I mean, I guess I forgot to put the other ones? Huh.
I don't know the premise of Firebird. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, I'll have to do that next time, if I remember. But yeah, something I wanted to talk to stream about. I'm sure all of you have heard about the new Twitch thing that they're adding, where they're adding a limit of 100 hours of like highlights. And that's an issue for me because I have a lot of highlights and I like to save all my highlights because personally I treat RP, like watching back RP, sort of like a TV show. So I like to save the VODs, highlight them, so that other people, if they want to watch it back, can watch it like a TV show almost. The issue with that means I have a lot of hours of highlights saved up. So I'm going to be uploading them to my YouTube. I have a YouTube that I had when I was younger. It's just a bunch of random shit. But I'll start doing that. The issue with that is YouTube has a lot stricter copyright rules. So I'm getting copyrighted for some songs that I don't get copyrighted for on Twitch. Well, not necessarily copyrighted, it's like muting it. So I'm going to be messing around a little bit with audio, not today, but hopefully by next stream. Well, maybe not next stream, because tomorrow is Waypoint, if I stream Waypoint. Regardless, though, hopefully by next Monday at least. So I'm going to be messing around with stuff to try to get it where like the music does not show up on the VOD, which is, in theory, really easy on OBS to do. It's just the audio stuff I might have to mess around with to like get it to the right volume again. So yeah, audio might be a little scuffed for a few streams. Not today, but I haven't changed it yet. But yeah, so that means unfortunately some of the episodes of Wardens will be completely muted, and well, not even just muted. You can't even view them on YouTube. Because Twitch will still like mute the stuff, but it'll only mute the sections that music is being played, while YouTube will mute the entirety of the VOD, entirety of the video. Or it won't even mute it, you just can't see it. So unfortunately, there's like 1 or 2 episodes that you just cannot watch for Wardens. There's not really much I can do about that. But luckily they aren't like super duper important ones, luckily, so yeah. It would mean that the saved highlights won't have music in them, which sucks because I do use the music to set the mood a lot of the times. I hope they revert the change because I do think it is kind of stupid. Like it's just it gives them 0 gain and it just screws people over. It just screws their streamers over, but nothing I can do about it. So that's my plan so far. Whether it'll go that way or not, I don't know. We'll see if I remember last time for next time, or if I like end up doing, because this week there's a whole like Next Fest thing going on in Steam, so I kind of want to spend time with like Hex, my partner, and just try out like games and demos and stuff. Plus, I've been doing a lot of model stuff, a lot of RP stuff lately, that I don't really get a whole lot of time to do other things. But oh well. One sec. So I've been trying out various. Shit. I've been trying out various ways of hopefully fixing the tracking issues I have. Because for some reason my trackers constantly drift, they constantly struggle to track, all that sort of stuff. I don't have reflective surfaces in my room. I have tested that. And it is always this base station. It doesn't matter whether I swap them. Like, if I take that base station over to here and move that one to over there, it's still going to be this one. It's like this area for some reason. There's always one tracker that struggles, the other ones work fine. But the feet seem to, like, dislodge when I'm facing this one. I don't know why. My theory is that it's seeing something that's getting it confused. So I've been trying to test maybe shutting off the RGB on my keyboard, for example. My computer also has RGB. I do not know how to shut that off. So I want to try that. Now, my computer does have a glass, like, edge, like a glass, like, face, facing this area. But I've already covered that up before with, like, a t-shirt or something, and it hasn't really helped. So it's a combination of things. I've been tempted to try to move my desk so that the computer is not facing it. Like, because if I rotate it a bit, I could have it where, like, when I look at my stuff, I'm looking at the back of my monitors. But the place it's in is really nice right now for, like, cable management and just things in general. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. For now, I just have janky tracking whenever I'm looking this way. The unfortunate part is when I'm looking this way, this is the area that I have my cord behind me. So in terms of combat, this is the best option. So it's not like in between my legs. But I have the worst tracker problems here. So it sucks. I have to deal with the tracker issues while doing combat because it happens to be this way. So I don't know. What would make it a dead zone, though? Like, that's the thing. What would make it that? Because I have two base stations this way, too. One over there and one over there. So, two base stations are looking at me right now.
Remind the RP because there's a curse that turns people into bunnies. Oh, you know, I'm here.
I got 4 hours of sleep and the temperature rose.
That's the thing, I don't think I can. Also, hey, Dave Flying Angel. Hello. Sorry, I didn't notice you before. Yeah, your name's a similar color to Heck, so I should have realized because of the icon, but
Hello.
apologies.
Welcome to session 116 of Wardens.
Oh, did I? I didn't do my title at all, did I?
Let's see. First things first, Neko and Beef have accepted an invitation to join us as admins on the Warden team. Yay!
Nice.
So please be gentle, I guess.
Can someone go check what the last episode was?
And I
Can someone please go check what the last episode was on, like, my past broadcast?
Free
Or highlights? Why would I need to make this? So yeah, they're fucking Neko and...
hire people, we take their brain cells.
Who's that?
Apparently so.
I don't know, Neko and the other person. Sorry, I didn't hear their names. They're awesome.
What? Brain cells? Never mind. So, two quick reminders before we get into session. These were the ones that are in the announcements. I'm just going to repeat them in case people didn't read the announcements.
11 was the last?
First one is about mana manipulation. I think I said this last week as well. Just remember that characters are unable to freely move mana between each other, so you must have an ability that does this, and I know some of you do, so that's sort of...
Yeah, that's something I have to get used to. I accidentally messed it up last time.
The second thing is that, just because we have maybe some newer-ish people or some people who didn't know, Wardens is a day-by-day roleplay, which means that there's no time skip in between each day. So it's just each session is the
Wait,
next
is that-
day. We don't skip days in between. That's all. Applications are open. So if you know someone who's interested, let them know. And
I've already invited
you know,
plenty of
we'll
people
applications
because of
in
it.
a little while. Callie?
I just want to quickly clarify. Every session is a day. Takes place a day after the last, unless
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless it's explicitly stated in an announcement that there's a time skip. I just wanna
Yes,
know
unless
that's
there's a time skip. Yeah. Every now and again, we'll do a 2-week time skip. It's usually when we take a 2-week break every couple of months.
Sometimes longer, but usually it's 2 weeks.
Yeah, usually it's 2 weeks. So this is normally what happens when we go on break.
Yeah,
Like, so we
episode
sometimes take a
12.
2-week break just to sort of recharge a little bit and have like some time for us to figure things out or whatever. And you know, give you all the 2-week off. It's kind of like our equivalent of like a season break, but you know, it's only 2 weeks. So, and then we do a time skip during that 2 weeks. But that's the only time we do a time skip normally. That's everything. We're late again. Oh, okay.
We were told that the value we gave last week for the invisibility was slightly wrong. However, the circle is still the limit that we ask you to be at minimum. The exact value we'll figure out over the week so that we give you proper actual number that isn't wrong. But if you need a visual aid, the circle is still correct. We just need to figure out how big it is.
Last thing, real quick, if you pinged in supporting cast or now feel like you would like to help out with the supporting cast stuff happening today, please stay with us over here and meet me standing over to the right, stage right over here, so that way we can talk about what you'll be doing, if that is all of all interest to you.
Righto. Let's get into session. We'll hit the button in. I'm gonna hit it in 1 minute.
I'm gonna
Like
talk with
literally
chat
1 minute.
a
So you
little
have
bit
1
more
minute.
before I go. But yeah, so first of all, the reason I put part 2 in the title is because unlucky. Oh god. But the reason I put part 2 is because I play different characters now than I did before. Technically, I still have Sylvan as a character, that merchant character, but I'm using him as like when Luke can't be played, which hasn't happened for a bit. So, like if he's injured, where he has to be injured multiple days, type shit, then I'll play Luke. But wanted to go over a few things that I have planned. So, as you can see, model is very different. This model specifically is for hunting. So I plan to have Luke go down the more hunter route. In terms of like, not necessarily combat, he's still like the tank knight combat that he had before, but I want to have like daily life be like things like crafting and hunting, stuff like that, because I'll still like mining and cutting down trees, but I want to cut down that just a little bit. I probably will still be that for a while, because I need to get the weapon made or bought or something like that. So yeah. The goals for today is to get the outfit made. Doesn't have any mechanical value, so it's up to the tailor how long it takes. It's not really that big of a deal. The gun will take a while because 1, the gunsmith is not in today. 2, it will probably be in next session, but also takes a while, takes materials because it's a weapon, etc., stuff like that. But also, I will have to train with it, meaning this is my last day of smithing training if Depresso's here. Which I don't know if he is. He might show up late. If he is here, I can get this last day done. If not, then maybe next session. It doesn't look green just yet. So, yeah. And then I'll have to do training for the musket. And, well, I'm sure I can still use it without... I don't know how they want me to take it in terms of using it without training. Most likely, though, I won't get it until I'm able to submit it, because it's probably going to take a bit to build. and like stuff like that, and also finishing the smithing training and all that. So that's essentially the plan that I have going for Luke. Yeah, a bit of clipping, but I need to fix the model a little bit because it's supposed to like jostle a little bit, which it does a tiny bit, but I think I'm gonna make it a little bit more noticeable because in Unity it's noticeable, but VRChat it's not. So, now today I don't know if I'm gonna be in all day. I'm not sure. We'll see. Just because today I'm kind of feeling more just like hanging out, so I might leave early and then just hang out in VRChat. I'm not sure. As for scheduling, I want to talk about that a little bit, since I'm going to be joining some more. I'm working on joining some more RPs. I recently joined an RP called Tempest. They don't have a session planned yet, but when that happens, that'll be happening. Now that's going to be on Saturdays, so eventually I'll be alternating NDA sessions out. Now it won't be every other day. My plan is every third NDA session. So the day before the break day, I'll go to Tempest. So it'll be 2 Tempests in a row and then 2 NDA in a row. Now that does depend on story stuff. Like if there's a story reason I need to go to the third day for NDA, then I'll do that, of course. Same with vice versa for Tempest. But that's essentially the plan for now. I do plan to also do more Metaverse stuff. I do not know if I'll stream it or not, but still. Main thing I wanted to mention was just the whole uploading to YouTube type stuff. I don't know if I have a link to my YouTube on my Twitch. I might not, but still. I don't think it would. We'll see. But actually, if they're magical, it'll hurt him. Like it'll hurt him if they're magical. So we'll see. Because I think they were like crystals or something, I don't know. But still. Yeah, so I don't know if there's a link to my YouTube yet on my Twitch. I'll probably add one eventually. But that's the rough plan. I'm going to try to upload stuff onto there as much as I can. Unless they revert the change. If they do, then I'll obviously keep doing it on here, but we'll see. Now that being said, I'm not able to go and export every single one of my VODs. So unfortunately that's the case. So pretty much every single VOD of Rachel from NDA will probably be gone. While I could go and do all of it, it's like 100 plus VODs. Like it's insane. So I might try a little bit. I don't know, but probably not. So yeah. So if you want to take clips or anything, go do that now on there, because clips will stay, but VODs won't. My highlights and VODs. So that's honestly makes me pretty sad, because that was one of my favorite characters I ever played, and won't be able to look back on that character outside of clips. I don't go back and watch my highlights much anyways, but still. So yeah, that's kind of the state of things right now. The VODs I'm going to be, like the highlights I'm going to be saving to YouTube are recent stuff. So the new character of NDA, the my part 2 of Wardens, stuff like that. And if I start any other RPs up and shit. That being said, the VODs on YouTube probably aren't going to be very edited. I don't really have editing skills, and I don't really want to have to go through and edit them. Typically, I would use the highlight system to cut out this part. I'd cut out the pre-lobby stuff and just go straight into RP. And I might still be able to do that, but for the sake of just time and just, like I said, I don't like the whole editing process of creating, I like streaming because I can do it live. I don't really like the whole creating YouTube thing because, I don't know, it just feels, I'm bad at editing videos, that's what I'm trying to say. So, until I learn, they might not be very edited. Yeah, but unfortunately we're going to lose a lot of odds. A lot of history with streaming and stuff. So, basically what I ask, if there are any moments in any of the VODs, any of the roleplays that I've done, that you really liked, please go clip them. Even if it's like multi-part clips of that one moment, please. because I love looking back on streams and stuff and clips, and eventually won't be able to unless they're clips. So now what they said is they're going to start removing VODs that are the least viewed. So not all of them are going to go away, but I'm not going to be like exporting all of them. So some of them will be. Yeah, so please go clip your favorite moments if you have any that you haven't clipped yet. Whether they're funny, memorable, tense, even just a cool fight, stuff like that, doesn't really matter. Because I don't want to lose those moments, I just don't have the ability to get all of them onto YouTube. Because that would take too long. Yeah. I don't actually remember that. I don't know if I was there that day. But still. That's still a plan for today and stuff like that. Oh, also, I know it's a lot of talking. I just don't really feel like going in at the moment, but I have a few things to say. I'm gonna go AFK real quick, but I wanted to mention there is a Warden's cast application up right now, meaning new characters can be new cast members can be applied, new characters can be made, etc. So I have invited multiple of my friends, and I'm sure most of you are aware that Luke has a mercenary party that he runs with during like the time skips, stuff like that. They do mercenary stuff, but mainly monster hunting. So I've invited a bunch of friends, and we are making it like their characters are going to be the party members. Now, they haven't been accepted yet. Eventually they will. I don't see any reason why they're not. If they don't get accepted, I'm still going to consider their characters part of the backstory, just going to leave it vague. Like, I'm not going to mention their names or anything. Just to leave it vague so that they can make it if another one opens up and they get accepted. But I don't see any reason why they wouldn't, but still. So that's the plan for that sort of stuff right now. We're going to get a lot more people related to that. Now, I'm going to stress, this does not mean they're related to Luke's backstory. That is specifically just the mercenary party stuff. That is very much, well, yeah, it was part of the backstory. It's a lot more like of the present. Like it was maybe the last few lines of the backstory. So they will not be related to the whole Bargus shit. I'm going to talk to a DM about that because I want to make sure that they know that I'm not trying to connect them to any stories. They're just part of Luke's like mercenary party. But awesome. And also want to let everyone know if you're ever interested in Wardens, there's an application open. So, well, applications are open. What? He uses his old party member as a... What do you mean? I don't think he's done that. Do not understand what you mean. But he might have brought up the one that died as like a reason to why he's depressed that one session, but I don't think it was a example to win an argument. Not yet. I don't think Luke would do that. But we'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna quickly go AFK. I have to go to the washroom real quick. He doesn't know that you test things on people, Hex. He doesn't know that yet. That's fair. Fucking luckily, the DMs of Wardens, as long as you keep them updated that you're still interested, they're really lenient on how long you're gone. Like, if your reason is just, I just don't feel like it today, unless you have to have a reason. Like, even the reason could very well just be, I just want to take a break, or I just don't feel up for roleplay. But if your reason's just shrug, just didn't, then probably not okay. But as long as you just keep updating the Warden's DMs and stuff, like, I guess as long as it's not longer than like 2 months or whatever, you'll be fine. I reckon just keep. I kept them updated when I was taking my break, and they were fine with it. So they're really nice with that sort of stuff. Probably once the RP gets a lot bigger, that'll change. Not them being nice, but how long they allow people to be absent. But still. Okay, I'm going to be right back. I will say there is no supporting cast. The cast role is both supporting cast and player. You can play a supporting cast and then make a player whenever. There is just cast role. There are certain characters that might be considered a supporting cast, but the person who plays that supporting cast can make a player character whenever they want. Which is something I love about Wardens. I think more need to do that. But anyways, I'm going to be right back. 'Cause I need to go to the washroom.
My current selected launch option is
Alright. Now you're back. Alright, but I think I remember you being here, Flying Angel. I'm not sure. I came in with like a group of people. We all played guards. It was very early, Warden. Like, it's not super early, but like the pre-lobby did not look like this. I got invited by someone from NDA or something like that. Speaking of NDA, something I should mention, I will not be at NDA next session because it's a mission. Because it's a mission, I just won't be there. Also, there was last week was the break session, so it's 2 weeks off from Wardens in a row. No, sorry, just NDA. Which is fine. Having breaks from RP is always good. Just loading each model. And then, right. So I can have my recents. Oh, something I do want to mention as well. Sorry for all the kind of updates, but I've been thinking about a lot of stuff. I will probably... I'm probably going to be using... I can't think all at the same time. I'm probably going to be using, my, like, Luke's models and my Tempest Bay characters models, which I haven't really introduced yet because RP hasn't started, but... Probably gonna be using them in other RPs. Not, like, closed RPs. But like one-shots and maybe some metaverse stuff. Just 'cause I really like the models. I want to use them. Don't want to have to remake stuff for a one-shot or just social stuff. It'll be a different character, of course, but same model. So I don't know if I'll be streaming them, but if you see me, if you see Luke and other RPs from other people's perspectives or even mine, it's not him. Luke Luke, the character, is exclusive to Wardens. He might have the same name for other RPs. It won't be the same character. Because Wardens is not connected to the metaverse. It's not a multiverse, so you won't be seeing him in other worlds. Won't be the exact character, I mean.
I don't recall anything, although there was, to be perfectly fair, that day was quite hectic, and me and Sally were non-stop going from one event to another. So who knows? I was not personally there when the murder happened that I'm aware of.
No, that's fair.
Are you talking about...
You both did the best you could.
Sorry, are you
That's all
talking
really
about the murder in the cell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still feel we failed somehow. It's my duty, and we promised him that he would be safe within our cells and our care. It's hard when.
Yeah, it was
I'm still trying to
similar
process
to
that.
the last one where it happened right when we were all there.
I said the same thing in the other one. And we got there. Whoever it was, they got word of where they were. Killed them right before my very eyes.
It's
You
very
should-
unsettling.
Ava, have you seen the reports about it? Any of the details?
Tyrion briefly gave me as much about it as I could.
Okay.
As far as its vectors of escape, that's the only thing that I wasn't fully aware of.
Well, I mean more about the victim. Just figured you should know some of the
Yes.
details. He probably told you.
I'm familiar with a few of them. I do know they're connected to Bacchus.
Yeah. That's good.
Which is concerning.
We'll find him who did it.
Also,
If it's-
Also, you're floating
doesn't
in
look too
Might
good
wanna
on the
adjust your feet.
guards.
Yes. Honestly, I'm not too worried about our image because of it. I don't know.
Well,
we
I've heard,
failed to protect someone, so...
Rumors around
Sounds
town that they believe one of us did it. I can't confirm, but that's from what I understand. A few
Well,
towns.
the first one seemed like it, too.
Because the last thing they saw was this person being flown off the ship against their will, and then they end up dead.
Well,
I'm sorry, what?
That's what happened.
Flown up against a ship against their will.
More or less. We were trying to protect them because of the assassination and questionings. And
We were
stuff,
trying
and,
to get them to not go on the boat because, well, it would have been not safe for them. So they refused.
Quite fast.
Someone
Yes,
brought them back,
they
but
were
I heard it
traveling
got a little
without-
bit violent in the process.
And I don't want to think about what's going to happen when the paladin comes back and finds out that their companion's dead.
I'm worried about the people who ran the ship. If they have a ship like that, they gotta be connected to some sort of trading company. That's reputation for Leafside as a
that's-
port city being destroyed. Because as a port city, we rely on naval merchants and trading. So without that...
Not to mention the fact that... Not to mention, regardless of our reason, he was taken off the ship outside of our boundaries. We had no legal jurisdiction to do that.
Exactly. So...
This is sloppy. It's fucking sloppy.
Do we have anyone that might be good at...
Isn't usually town jurisdiction goes a little bit into the water?
I believe it ends
No,
at the docks.
Once they leave the docks, they are outside of our jurisdiction.
Yeah.
That is a direct infraction of the law.
I believe
if
that
any
every
remark
port town
against
works
us
like
as the
that.
municipal guard of Leapside.
I see. I would like to read that documents later.
I believe that's just how every port town works, typically.
And
Technically, the ship itself is not on grounds. That is owned by the property. They are only on our docks. Unless we have legal reason that there is a There is something that they are smuggling that we don't. That is by law theirs.
Unfortunate circumstance.
Well, what's done is done at this point.
It's not done yet.
What we're left with.
There's legal trouble. Like I said, if we lose reputation as a port city to naval traders, then we are screwed. Especially with everything going on with the rest of Erin. Like, the roads
So
are...
exactly screwed of in which way? And second of all, this small
Trading,
estate will
merchant,
lose
food.
A lot of reputation.
Like, food, we don't have a big
We have
farm.
enough from Nokmar.
But what I just said, there's people being attacked on the roads. There's cities having conflicts. Roads are going to be cut off. We won't be able
In the
to.
water.
In case you're not aware, a dock doesn't typically have a whole lot of fish. With boats going in and out, all of that.
Regardless of how
When's
much
the
we
veil?
know or little this affects us, it is something that we cannot do going forward. This is.
Of course. I agree.
Ava, do we have...
I expect there to be respect next time.
Although everyone is very good at making decisions in hindsight, right? Moment was a bit hit up. Mistakes were made. Things will be
That's
settled.
not just a mistake. That hurts everyone in the city. It doesn't matter whether it's a mistake or not.
As a member of the Guard, our actions have an impact on there, and if we are enforcing a law on behalf of the Guard itself, you take responsibility for it, yes. But that also brings heat on Leaf's side, regardless of the
It
reasons.
does. So the situation needs to be handled one way or another.
We don't have an embassy, do we? Being a town?
We've got committee members that handle
I
foreign
mean,
affairs.
like a full-on embassy, because
Delegate.
we could maybe send an envoy to somewhere to explain the situation. But without that, we're screwed. Because we can't get the information out.
Situation will be explained in full of what happened.
But how?
To people that need to know. Like, for example, Baron of Nokmar and other people.
How do we get information to the Baron of Nokmar? The whole point of an embassy is that... But that could easily be fabricated. The entire point of an embassy is that they don't specifically work for us, so their information can be trusted.
I expect a full report. That can be presented to both Captain Wolfric on behalf of the situation and the reasoning. Am I clear?
Crystal.
Now, we can't change what happened. As much as we don't agree with what the choices or the events that transpired, all we can do is try to salvage it. What I expect going forward is that we learn from this and we don't make the same mistake.
I agree to that.
Ava, I do have a proposal for our next route of action that might help with this.
Go ahead.
We've had a lot of people going from Bargus to here. Most likely because we're a port city. Or a port town.
Yeah.
So... Did you see the news that Tyrion was given yesterday?
I did.
What I'm expecting is maybe these people that are being assassinated, being all claiming they're from Bargus, are trying to get some sort of information from Erin to another place. We should try to look into where that ship was going. We might have allies. They're the ones we don't want to lose. If the information gets out that we killed one of them, we lose a very, very valuable ally. So they should be the first person we try to talk to. Because clearly something is happening in Bargist. We need an ally.
Did we kill one of them?
One of them died on two. Well, one lied and
Well,
the other
that
one
doesn't
died
mean
on
that we
our
killed
soil.
them.
But it was an invisible person while guards surrounded them. They're not going to trust that if we say we didn't. We have no proof. This is specifically what they're doing. Bargist is a superpower within Eren. They have political... They can very easily fabricate stuff. They've already done so. We're in a bad spot of politics. No one will believe us right now. So that's why we need to speak to people that are not involved in Eren's politics. Hopefully, if there's an ally across the sea, we can have someone to speak to. They would trust us more than Drakaya, all that sort of stuff. We've already had people from Drakaya come in here and be suspicious of us. They don't trust us.
You're right. We need to garner.
This is no
I will
longer
be
just
transparent.
a murder
This is
mystery.
You all know that I come from Bargist, so I guess you could say this is also a deeply personal matter to me. There's enough that I've seen. I know that there's still... We potentially have things to move on going forward, but we need to be careful. I know how Derek works. I know how the families work. We need to be careful and get the information we want. Otherwise, we won't have leg to stand on.
Wait, doesn't this feel sort of like how Bargist fell? It's almost like they're trying to garner hate for the other kingdoms around them, to gain favor in Drakaya. Isn't that similar to what happened in Bargist? They're also showing their military powers, so none of these people they're gaining hate with. They're also doing port cities. Like, we are on the side, at least in terms of Eren, of Linden.
Up in the middle of the holes. Might I suggest that we do this maybe
They-
at the place we sit down and do
They could be trying to frame us that we're on the other side. That's what this feels like.
Yeah, I hate to.
Let's move this into the meeting area.
Just move it down there real quick. I'm not trying to stop what you're saying, but I want to at least sit down.
Go ahead and get to you, Luke.
Well, it just feels similar to Bargist, where they're trying, feels like they're trying to gain the favor of Drakaya or some superpower within Eren so that they can gain a higher authority. And by doing that, it feels almost like they're targeting port cities, specifically ones that are close to, well, because Eren has never had great relations with Linden or Zool or that side of the world. We don't know much about Linden. They could be trying to make it look like we're on the side of them. Because if people are getting killed coming from Bargist to here, they're I don't know, they're showing... Bargist is directly in the way of both Leafside and Drakaya. With the Nockmar Canyons and all of that, with the tunnels that they had as well, they could easily gate us off from the rest of Eren, so we couldn't get information out. The road's already unsafe because of that. The best chance we have of getting information out is via the port. So if they force us, at least to make it look like that is the only way we can get information out, then they could easily make it look like we're sending information to Linden or something like that. As far as I'm aware, we're the largest port city in Erin, aren't we? Or at least on this side of Erin. At least one of them.
Well, there's still Suna as far as one of the larger ones, but still.
That's on the other side of Erin, though. I'm talking about towards Linden.
It doesn't. But you're right, though.
Drakaya doesn't hold
Suna
power
has
over
gained
Suna.
a bit of a trade reputation since we've grown.
Well, even then, I don't think Drakaya holds power over Suna, though. It's not in their jurisdiction, I don't believe. So, it feels like they're trying to gain reputation within Drakaya itself. Because, as we know with Bargus, they're working at a smaller pace, like, slower but smaller scale, so they don't get noticed. And everyone, a lot of people that knows information about what happened in Bargus are here. Bargus already thinks that you're enemies. They already have.
Yeah.
They already have a foot in to say, they did this, and they're here, so they have to be working with them. I'm not much of a politics person, but I've worked with people before, being a mercenary. I worked with people on the other side of the law, I guess, or morals. And this feels very much how they would act. It doesn't feel right.
That could be a political move they could do, if they really wanted to.
We need to talk to the magistrate.
After all,
We need to get information out before...
are the shepherds that started the fall. According to them.
We need to get information out before roads close, if that happens. Then again, that could also make it look like that they got us in a tight spot, because if we start sending envoys out, they could use that as another way to say, because we don't have any proof that we didn't do any of this. The only people that have seen it have been guards, and guards could just be following their orders and lying. The first kill, the first murder, they used a fresh guard helmet as a way to distract us. A fresh one. Not one from the armory. As far as I'm aware, only guards in Wolfric have a key to that.
Sally, go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
I just didn't like being accused of being a liar, maybe. Continue on, I'd like to hear what you have to say.
No one's accusing any of us of this. I don't believe any of you for responsible, but...
They specifically
Doesn't change
waited
what
until
I feel,
guards
it's-
were around. If they were able to get through the bars and kill that person, why did they do it when everyone was there? If they were in that room, they could have waited.
You do? Oh, go
There
ahead
was one
then,
person
Sally.
that knew the identity
Pierce, I
of the
believe.
invisible person. One Mr. Pierce. We haven't questioned him about who it was, but they seemed very reluctant to give information. However, I'd like to remind everybody that not telling us who the invisible person was could lead into assisting in murders of incarcerated prisoners.
Yes.
I think that we should follow up on that because they do indeed know the identity. That does not prove necessarily that they are the exact same person that killed them, because it's hard to prove who is who when they're invisible. However, any
And there's no witnesses for the crime itself.
Supposedly, but we do know that there was a crime, and we do know how they got it announced.
Yeah, certainly.
So we should inquire with them as to what they know, and suggest that they give over their information.
Correct.
I think so far, all of the witnesses, or at least people around it, has been people... Well, first one, you were there. And then Tyrion, I don't know if he was there while it happened, but he showed up and did the investigating. So that means if they...
Gave me a report at least about it.
Lots of people were there too, yes, but the two people that they could very easily use as a ploy to say that we're doing bad stuff. Your word wouldn't mean anything towards that, because of the reputation that Bargus has made up for you. Same with Tyrion.
You're right.
Tyrion isn't.
Great work here.
He left.
Mr. DeLuke definitely is not. He was captain, then stepped down.
But And regardless of whether they've done good work here, I'm by no means in saying that you should leave the garden anyway. But the entire coup was done via fabrication, all of that. That's very possible. It's just something we should keep an eye out for. We should be prepared. We should be prepping more in politics than we should in finding this person. Of course, do both, but if we can figure out some sort of envoy, talk to the magistrates, stuff like that.
I think that's a very smart course of plans, Luke. We should do our best to look into this we can.
We should, yes, definitely.
Yes.
They seem to be hiding a
We
lot.
should evolve the information. Should we incarcerate them until such a time as they do?
I think that would be up to Ava.
They are holding information back on a potential murderer.
And they have publicly said so as well.
Indeed.
They've publicly stated.
I
So,
don't like incarcerating people as much as the next person, trust me. We're not a military force, we're a guard. But if we can't be trusted to take care of our own prisoners, how are we going to be trusted to take care of a town as guards? Our credibility is on the line, and we need to make sure we put every effort into making sure that we find out who the fuck it was and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Precisely.
something I
As
should...
far as incarceration, we'll cross that threshold when it comes to it. Alright?
If you do question them, don't go alone. They seem like they have some trick up their sleeve. They talked really confident about
They
that
do
person.
seem to be the fluent type. However, there's not much they can do against yay or nay. Tell us or don't.
I'm not talking about that.
If you want to come, you're free to. I don't mind.
Unfortunately, I can't, but at least bring someone else with you, just in case something happens.
Very well.
If you do... If you find out, I guess try me. If not, we'll see what Wolfric does about with as far as the information they give over, and I guess see what they say about that.
Very well. Is there any other pressing matters we need to get to today outside of the information that he's divulged and the questioning of Mr. Pierce?
I would like to speak with you after this, Ava, in private. That's all the matters I have.
I guess the only other thing is, if we could at least have a... I'll look into him personally, but I'm not exactly too thrilled about the incident with Nyx. But instead
Yes.
with magistrate things, that's something I'm
We
gonna
can
look
give you
into
the
personally.
lowdown on our side of it if you don't know.
If you could.
I have no idea if that's what the DMs are planning in all of
A lot of
this,
people were here
but I only just realized that, and if it is, then they are smart as fuck. Like, this is a politic thing that could happen in real life.
Rule number 7, I believe so.
Like, this feels like almost Game of Thrones level politics of just,
There was something that we could not compromise on.
like, a multi-layer thing that feels like it's been going on since the beginning. It's fucking cool. I really hope that they're going down the politics route of this. Maybe not exactly of what I said, that's fine, I don't really care. But I hope it's more politics than just, hey, guy killing people.
I
think that'd be really fucking cool.
Two of them that if they went all the way outside of these side binds and they were no longer bound by our rules, which I wasn't sure where we stood on that legally, but as far as I can tell, we let them go. We had people say that they were going to follow them. I was not going to say yay or nay to either things because we have rules, no death duels. I am not going to condone this either way. And unfortunately, even with at least 4 people, including
I like the whole politic stories
who went out with them apparently later,
because they're
a fatal blow
one,
to
hard to
Pierce,
write,
knocked down Nyx.
so
I
when
will be recommending to
they're
the
done
community
well,
to
they're really fucking impressive
property
and
side
really
to
fun to
step
roleplay
down
through.
later.
It's more than just, hey, sword, attack that person. It's, no, gotta use your brain, gotta figure stuff out.
Because that,
I don't know how in
outside
depth
of our bounds,
the DMs want me to go into this. Because I'm picking apart every single little thing that's happening and trying to figure it out. Because that's what I'm used to. I'm used to playing very, like, detective-like characters. My brain's kind of trained in that sort of way. Whether I'm correct or not, I don't know. But I don't know if I'm supposed to be picking at, like, going how in depth. Like the murder, for example, I picked apart ways like how they ran, what kind of methods they used, all that sort of stuff. Like, even more than that. There's a lot of like murder mysteries and stuff like this in VR have a lot of leniency. Like you're not supposed to look into such in-depth, small, detailed stuff. Mainly, not because they don't write it, but it's mainly just because detective characters aren't expected to be played by detectives in real life. Like, so you don't want to make mysteries that heavily detailed, because then those characters that are in charge of figuring it out a character that may not be able to.
Someone that was in your shoes? I understand.
So
Alright.
I don't know how much in depth they want me to go. I know a lot of time when I write a mystery and roleplay it, I'll take what the players are saying and add those details. Like if a player... Sorry, say that again? Didn't hear you.
Were you gonna go speak to the magistrate? Because I was gonna go find them right now.
No, I need to speak with Ava first.
Very well. Alright, let's go.
I'm not much of a politics person, so I doubt I'd be able to talk to them much.
What do you think about the situation?
Would we be able to go somewhere private?
We'll go to my office.
Lead the way. I'm not sure where your office is, honestly.
Do you think that we should speak to the magistrate about the other situation? Just as a quick passing. I believe so.
I think you should mention it. Definitely.
Very well. Okay, to the magistrate.
If he's around.
Come on.
Do you trust me?
I like to think I have your trust. I do admit admittedly, the Vargas has I do for me. The man I cared for. Saw his family turned his back and ruined everything for me.
I talked to
I'd be glad
Tyrion
see if
about
my
this.
trust was hurt, but
So,
good.
no, I guess I'm putting trust in you. Instead of just lying, I wanted to show you. He's going to not fully take it off, but kind of pull his shirt down, show you the mark on his back. It would be a mark of one of the crime families. Instead of a tattoo, it would have been known to be carved. That's just what they did. Spoke to Tyrion about the same thing. This is why I spoke so much about Vargas. Whether you want to hate me or not.
You're with the families?
It was. Me and my mother did it out of necessity. I left Vargas before the fall. I didn't know what happened. I didn't know what we did would lead to that. My mother probably died there without me even knowing. I didn't know about the fall because my father kept me so sheltered. Almost like he tried to force the information away from me. Whether you hate me or not, I didn't want to lead you on or lie or continue lying. That's why I told Tyrion and you. I trust both of you, and whether you still trust me now, it is up to you, but I figured telling you would be better than you finding out. Like I said, I'm not much into politics. That's why I spoke so much about Vargas, because I knew how things was kind of going. I was young, so I didn't necessarily realize what we did would lead to that. But we had no choice. It was that or starve. I didn't grow up a noble birth. I wasn't a guard. I wasn't some rich person. Lowest of the low.
I'd be lying if I wasn't bothered by it, but
Well, I'm sure both you and Tyrion are.
I'm damaged from Vargas. I have so much anger and rage that at times it feels like I can barely keep it in. If you had told me this, I probably would have drawn my sword on you the moment I saw that emblem.
In all honesty, is what I'm expecting right now.
And you're certain? You had no acknowledgement of the fall and the destructions that families did.
After what you watched, the breakdown I had after a single friend died, and I failed to protect them. Do you think I would have intentionally done that? I've been alive for only 20 years. I left Bargus before it fell. I understand people were young that did it, but... well, like I said, I don't even think I was old enough to know what it would have led to. Or assumed. Best I can guess now is that what we did probably did at least help it. And that's why I'm trying to tell you, and why I told Tyrion. Because if what I did even assisted in that, then I am... well, I might not be one of the big bad guys or whatever. I still feel responsible for both that, most likely my mother's death, and then this. You can choose to trust me or not. You can choose to pull a sword on me right now. But if you do, I'm not going to go down easy. This responsibility goes past me being a guard. I'm going to try to fix what I did before I die. I just couldn't live with that responsibility.
I do realize this means that Leon impacted directly against your father. Can you raise a blade against him?
My father was not part of Bargus. My father was an abusive mercenary that believed too hard into a church. If I have to stab that man in the neck, then I will do so, gladly. He's probably already dead. Separated in a cave-in, so... I came to Leafside not really much of a knowledge of how the world works. But after all this, it's a lot different than what I assumed. I've never killed someone in my life, but I think I could if I need to. Well, now I have a goal, so to achieve that goal, I'm going to help with this whole Bargus thing, whether I have to go against Leafside or not.
If you're there to bring back Marcus that I remembered and take away the clutches of Derek and those fuckers.
I can't promise that.
That's fine.
But I'll at least help. I didn't really experience the Bargus that you remembered, so...
He's taken everything away from me. But know this. I am choosing to trust you. After I have been wronged deeply many times. If I suspect that you are betraying me, I will not hesitate. I'm choosing to trust you. Against every thought that's nagging at me right now.
If you end up losing that trust, then don't expect me to go down easy. Like I said, I'll atone for what I did before I die. Even got my own mother killed, most likely. I don't hold a shield just to back down.
Very well then.
I already told Tyrion, like I said, and I showed Wolfric, so... They're the only ones that I've spoken to about it, and probably the only ones that I will speak to about it.
I shall stay quiet about it. This is between us. It is on you if you want to say this to any additional people.
I spoke to Tyrion about an idea I had. Luring that murderer out using me as bait. So there's a possibility. But there's not much more I'm going to say with that. Wolfric seemed very against it. Regardless.
Concerned we don't know who we're dealing with. I'm not exactly too sound with that idea as well.
Oh, we need to move quick.
However, they're a good killer.
Regardless.
We do.
I don't think they're as skilled as we think.
I've been learning. I try not to underestimate my opponent.
I'm not.
Better to overestimate than underestimate.
I'm not underestimating them, it's just... They didn't even verify whether their people that they killed were part of Barghest or not. One of them wasn't even. He just lied. They're desperate. And I'm not saying that means that they're bad at their job. I'm saying that they're doing this because they have no other choice. Someone who's professionally doing this out of some want, whether they follow Barghest or not, would be being more careful with this. It feels almost like this person has been blackmailed or some sort of... like if they don't complete it, they'll die. So they're covering all bases. They're being aggressive about it. They even tried to push the people that were getting on that boat. They tried to push them into the water off the pier. That right there, that's in no way a guarantee to kill them. They noticed those people were going to leave and they were desperate.
There's definitely more of the picture than we're aware of. And I'm not really a big fan of playing the guessing game of it.
I guess welcome to politics. That's how this works. Like I said, I'm not a politics man, but I lived around people who would stab you in your back. You kind of just have to guess. You're the one that told me that we don't always get definite guarantees.
Yeah. No guarantees. Work with what you know.
We know nothing.
Hopefully we'll be able to get some information to come in light of this. One way or the other.
That's why I think we should try to find where that ship was going. Because that person had...
I think that's a good lead.
That person had a guard, they full plate. I asked them where that guard was from, they said Bargast. So they were prepared for someone to hurt them, and that guard, that knight, paladin, whatever, was very adamant on staying by their side. Not in a chivalrous way. Almost panicked. They knew something. They were going to someone who could help. That man wasn't just some guy from Bargast, he looked like a scholar. He had a book, had the robes, all of that. He didn't look like a peasant. He had information.
On the autopsy, he had tattoos. He did have information. He had tattoos of the
Exactly.
family.
Just make sure to watch your back, because if they start getting desperate, realizing that using you and the others from Bargast to get out a free jail card or whatever, then well, they might just start going after you.
Don't worry. I've been ready for that ever since I escaped from my life.
So, as a person who got murdered in the cell,
They will.
like I said, it's a guessing game.
For now, we need to figure out what he was trying to pick up. If it was something indeed from Bargast, that's filling the motives.
I don't think they're trying to pick something up. I think they're trying to relay information. The killer heard they were from Bargast and dealt the deed. We only found out they were from Bargast when they were at the pier. The killer probably panicked, realizing they're getting on a boat, and tried to kill him there. The person who was in debt, they didn't even take a second to verify whether they were Bargast or not. Said they were Bargast and they got killed. They're trying to stop any and all information getting from Aaron to somewhere else. Whatever they had is valuable. Enough to stop all of this.
Well, we need to figure out this. If this person indeed is Foot from Tyrion says working with us, or is on our side, we need
That's
more
what
concrete
Pierce says.
information.
I don't know if I believe that, though. I think if they were working on their side, they would have said something. Instead of making us look like the...
I don't know, I'm just going off what Tyrion's report was. Trying to find something, them from picking up or information for Bargast.
Tyrion seems to be over-trusting to people. When I showed him this mark, it only took him maybe a few minutes for him to tell me that he still trusts me.
Tyrion's not a fool. Believe me.
No, he's not, but
If anyone has a hard time,
he's still a person. We all have those emotions.
the one time Tyrion did. The one time he still hates and regrets this day. 6 months before the fall happened, I warned Tyrion that I had evidence of Derek. He didn't believe me.
And like I said,
It's bothered him since then.
it's a guessing game. Always be ready for people to stab you in the back. This isn't the type of war we can win by just trusting our friends. We need to trust fact. Right now we have none of that. I don't walk around in no armor doing guard duty just for fun. I did that so other people in the guard, maybe people like you after I told you, maybe put more trust in me. It's less likely for me to stab someone in the back if I can't defend myself. I'm taking precautions, preparation just in case. I know I'm still new to Leaf's side. So, still. I've lived that life, so I know how other people act. Regardless, I'll be speaking with Wolfric probably today. About not this, but other things. If you still don't trust me or want to have a talk later, just let me know. I might not be awake as long as I usually am today, but still.
Alright.
Sorry for the trouble. I'm gonna head out now, though. God, this is tense. I love the political drama, because political drama, you can't just stab your way out. You can't just stand by your comrades. It's political. Oh, shit. Don't you just do /ban in their name? That's what I do. /ban, then at their name. Oh, hello, Amari. Sign your armpit. Which part? Like, are you doing like the kind of spongy part? Like the soft part right there? Or is it around like the more bony parts? Because I mean, like, spongy one might be a little hard to write on because it depends what pen you're using. Maybe a marker might work. Ah, but the sweat would probably get rid of the marker.
Right, exactly.
Pencil definitely would not work. Typically pens are used for signing, so maybe the more bony part would be useful. Yes, you can. You can do the, you can just do /ban. A lot of the commands can be done via that. Like, rating. Oh. Sorry, Amari. Listen, if you're gonna do a cursed joke like that, I'm gonna play into it. I don't have any shame in terms of, like, the curse shit. I'll just apologize for the curse shit. Permanent marker? That, I don't think... But the permanent marker, you would have to, like, not sweat for an entire day for it to, like, stick. That's...
Yeah, that explains it.
Fuck.
I don't know if that makes it better or not. She's in trouble.
Sorry. Best part about this is this is going to be in the VOD. I really hope the DMs watch back on this one and be like, wait, what the fuck were they talking about? It's right after a super tense and serious moment, too. It's like, oh, a super tense moment. Hey, guys, let's make this cursed as fuck joke. We'll tattoo it on? Ugh, that would hurt. Because it's like the spongy. Ugh. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that at all. Satan bless? What? What are we talking about? What just happened? Tramp stamp? Oh god, I forgot tramp stamping. Is that like a thing in your ass? I don't know. I don't know if I want to go down that route of conversation. Instead of God bless, damn. Yeah, but wouldn't you, if you want to tattoo it, wouldn't you have to get rid of the hair? And would it really work that well? Because the hair would regrow and stuff. And that part's it's very stretchy as well. So when you like move it or stretch it, it would like kind of pull the tattoo apart. And if you did it at full stretch, then it would just look really weird when it's... Like, I don't, especially if it's signing something, which is pretty intricate, like small, I don't think it would work too well. I don't think the Warden's DMs watch my VOD, but if they do, I hope they watch this one specifically, so you can see how cursed the conversations with my chat are versus the seriousness of roleplay. Like, I had such a serious conversation. Even now, Luke is still depressed as shit, playing the sad music, and then we're talking about signing armpits. I, like... Why wouldn't it grow where their arm... The... What? Is that true? Huh, I know that. You need to shut birds here too? What do you mean I need to shut up? It's my stream. Let's go the entire stream without fucking talking? Does you tap? Oh, does it? Okay. Well, it would still spread apart when you move. Like, I don't know. I don't think it'd work too well. Then again, uh, oh shit, they added more. Traveling Liberty. Corsair in there. Okay, so. Alright, they're adding more to these. Ooh. The fuck is TG_bird? Okay, what is this meme happening? Like, I keep looking at the Fight Night server, and like multiple of you have TG_ then your name. Like, I know Amari had that originally. What does that mean? What's the context of this? Is it just, oh, let's all make our names like Amari? Or does it have a meaning? Is there a punchline at all? I don't think Depresso was in today. I wanted to get some smithing training done. Out of character, Depresso said I could, like, he said I could use the smith and possibly train by myself, even when he's not there. But I feel nervous to do it, because, like, I'm afraid if I start doing it and people are like, oh, but you can't do this, or, like, I mess up or something. I don't know, because I don't know how he RPs the smithy outside of him training me. So, I don't know. Probably won't do that. That guy, so is that, oh, that guy, is that what it means? Trump gaming this way? No, no, why? That's awful. Actually, that brings me, during, me and Hex have been playing Hold Fast lately. If any of you have Hold Fast, we need to play together. It's really funny. Anyways, me and Hex have been playing it lately, and we keep running into games where there's just people that are, like, role-playing political figures in these fucking, like, this, like, 18th fucking century Black Powder War. It's so fucking funny. Don't play it if you don't like really offensive jokes, though. Like, think of Call of Duty lobby level stuff. It is bad. Like, I'm never gonna stream it. Yeah, if any of you have it, like, there's really cheap Steam keys for like $11. It's awesome. The servers are they're not super full. It's typically only one that's full. But still, it's a really fun game. Yeah, Holdfast is awesome. It feels a lot like how BattleBit did when it first started, because the mics and stuff. So you play it less to get kills and more just to experience funny moments, but the gameplay is still really fucking fun. It feels like the Battlefield style gameplay, but the immersion of milsim, because like the animations and the environments and stuff like that. If you guys need help finding the Steam key I'm talking about, I can always send it to you at some point. This is a Steam key on one of the game itself is pretty cheap too, though. I hope it's not illegal to buy Steam keys. Like, I don't know if talking about it on stream is bad. I don't think it's illegal, because don't those companies buy it from the... Like, they have to give out the Steam key? I don't know. I don't know how it works. I hope it's not. Yeah, you can fire the cannons. The cannons are really cool, actually. Like, you have to actually load them properly. Like, use the whole, like... It's not called a ramrod, but whatever you use to stuff the cannon. Use that and all that sort of stuff. It's really cool. Each round, like each class has a limited amount of people that can play that class though. So stuff like artillery, cannoneer, you have to kind of get quickly. Like make sure you pick it at the beginning of the game type thing. Because you might not be able to get it. Like, I like playing the rifleman, for example. They're like a super long range class. Pretty much the only super long range class. But you can only have 6 of them in one game. Like, well, in one, like, team. So, it's hard to get it. So I typically just play like the whole like line infantry class is fun because they're focused around like the line infantry officers can place down like lines that if players stand on them as a line infantry and like stand in the line, of course, they get like an accuracy bonus. So a lot of those people will be like basically light RPing like generals and stuff that will giving you orders and all that sort of stuff. It's super fucking fun. I love it. You don't get that all the time. A lot of the time it's just Mike spamming loud music and people being offensive. But if you enjoy that kind of chaos, it can be funny. You can? It's not illegal here. Okay. Okay. I think it's been 2 Soviet Wannable videos. I haven't really watched Kraken much, but yeah. I guess I wouldn't say... Honestly, I would not say Gmod. I guess Gmod in the way that like the mics are, but I don't know. That's the only part. I would relate it more to something like the classic Call of Duty lobbies. Just because, I don't know, I feel like Gmod kind of gives it the wrong reputation. Not like a bad reputation, but I would not describe it as being similar to Gmod. Yeah, they're fun games. I've been trying to get people into them. Well, sorry, a fun game. I'm trying to get people into them so we can play and stuff. Oh yeah, Bird. I forget. If you're still here, did I talk to you about wardens yet? I know I reached out to a bunch of people saying that this application's open. I forget if I reached out to you. I know there are a few people I reached out to and said they're not interested. Not whether Bird's still here, but still, figured out ask. If not, I will ask after. Or take a look at our DMs to check. It was open? Okay. Were you interested in joining or no? Because it was me, a bunch of us have a group chat because we're combining character backstories a little bit. Similar to what we're doing with NDI, so. Forget if I invited you to that. If not, then I might need to. If you're interested. I might have, honestly, you might already be in it. My memory's shit. For some reason I just don't remember. I would check now, but I don't want to open up my DMs on stream. Maybe? Well, let me know then. You can shoot me a DM or something. If you are interested, I'll invite you. Essentially, what we're doing is... The only connection to the backstory is that they're all part of the same mercenary party. Other than that, they have their own backstories. Like, Luke has a mercenary party that mainly focuses on monster hunting, but just mercenary stuff. And they constantly will meet up for jobs and then separate, stuff like that. So they're not always together, but they're pretty much as close as a family would be. They're really good friends. So that's essentially what we're doing. So it's a very like small background connection. Like they're not connected to any other part of Luke's backstory except that, which is technically not backstory. That's more like what's going on in present, like when, like just not in RP obviously because the party members aren't here, but still. That's our plan. So there is no limitations to what character you can make because of the backstory stuff. Like literally zero. Besides like the one set by the RP, but that doesn't involve the backstory. Say it like that, it's not a go party. No, basically, like how it works is the party gets together. Well, they will receive a job that will be sent out via letter by one person, and then they will all meet up at the place that letter specifies and then do that job. Whether it's hunting monsters or doing normal mercenary stuff, whatever. And then they'll go off and do their own thing. Jobs sometimes take a while, stuff like that. But they've been together for a long time, and there was probably periods of time where they didn't split up at all. It's just now life does life stuff, so they're no longer consistently together. My original reason for this was because I was going to alternate playing Luke and Sylvan. I was also going to alternate between Wardens and Aether. So I wanted to use the reason why he's out of town every once in a while is because he's going out with his party on jobs. But since we don't have that anymore, we're going to have the party members come here. Because I kind of gave up alternating Aether and Wardens. Because I want to go to Wardens. I want to go to Aether. I really like Wardens and like my character, so I want to put more focus on it. Yeah. It's not a weekly thing. It's like every once in a while. But recently, the one person that would get the jobs and send the letters out, he died. It's in Luke's backstory that he died, and like that was when around the time when I stopped like alternating the two RPs. I decided to make it where the person who gives the job dies, so that gives Luke a reason to stay in town. Yeah, he was like kind of the father figure of the group. So they don't really get a whole lot of jobs anymore, which is why probably a lot of them are coming here. I don't fully know their full reason. I guess they could have sent a letter to Leafside informing them, but with everything going on in RP, I don't know if I want to do that. Just because we would need to let DMs know ahead of time, and like they wouldn't be able to go in the session after they got their character accepted because we'd have to set up all that sort of stuff and all the political shit going on. Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like the letter wouldn't get here the exact same session. Like the letter, Luke wouldn't receive the letter the same session the person shows up because it's a letter. You'd send it pretty far ahead of time. But I don't know. Could always say it got delayed or something. I guess it depends what people want to do. That's fair. Actually, I was planning to not be in session as long as normal. So if anyone, like, if there's people at a VC screen sharing it, like Amari Bird or whatever, if any of you want to hang out, let me know, because I'm really in the mood of just hanging out today. Doesn't have to be VRChat. I'll still probably be in VRChat, but because I kind of wanted to go to Wardens for a bit, not stay as long as I normally do, and then probably head out, and then just hang out. Because today's kind of I want to chill with friends type day for me. So if any of you are interested, please let me know. Well, if any of you are down to hang out or something, let me know. There's also a bunch of demos and stuff for Next Fest right now, because that started today, like the Steam thing. I don't think many of them are multiplayer, but still. I kind of wish I did like a Nintendo Direct style thing for the game, so there's like a stream we could watch together. But I don't believe they do. Not specifically Nintendo Direct, but as an example. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not in the super big mood to roleplay the entire, like, all night. 'Cause usually I go till like midnight. But I'm in much more of a talkative mood than I am roleplay. So just chilling and talking is kind of what I'm more interested in. Like right now, I should be going to the tailor. Actually, I should be doing that. I don't think they're here all session, so. But still, just rambling. Yeah, I guess. I only one I know is Lost Skies has a multiplayer to it. That's all I know about. Alright, so they said I was told that the tailor is right beside the clinic. I believe that's the clinic right there. It's the purple roof, and this is the tailor. I don't think I would have missed him already. It's still pretty early in session. Because I want to roleplay getting a new outfit for like the hunting gear. It has 0 mechanical value, so technically I don't really need to roleplay it. Like DMs would probably be fine with just saying I have it, because it has 0. It's just visual. That's it. But I want to roleplay it. As recommended by a DM to roleplay it as well. If like the what I mean is like if the tailor isn't able to show up for multiple sessions type thing, then I'm sure they wouldn't give too much of a shit. Whether I just get it or not, because it's I don't know. I'll try to find someone to ask about the tailor, because out of character I know who they are. In character I don't know where they are. Yeah. Today's Monday, so there's not really a whole lot of other stuff going on. I guess there's Aether, but like I said, there's not really any other non-RP stuff going on. I mean, like, groups and stuff aren't really doing big hangouts. Those are typically the weekend. They're always really chaotic, so I don't go to them all the time. I'm going to switch my music. No more depression. Okay, the song doesn't sound too much different than what I was just playing. A lot of medieval video game, like RPG music, all sound very similar. Like, I want a video game that has a lot of, like, your classic, like, medieval music where it's not, like, just super long orchestral notes. It's like the more stuff you'd hear in like a tavern, for example.
Someone has to go under that forum. Quick, get under that forum.
I know Kingdom Come has a lot of that, but not like I want more. What is happening here? Oh.
Come on, dude, get out. Come on. Come on, I don't want to hit him. I don't want to light him on fire. Come on.
For example, this song is from Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. It has a lot of music like this. Actually, no, so that's not. Okay, it sounds very similar. But music like this, but more background music, not super hype like this. It's hard to find. Oh my. Are those like bees or something?
Wasp. I don't know what the hell they are, but they're certainly a lot more nasty than any bees I've seen.
Why was he underneath the smithy?
Oh, there was a wasp nest or something underneath, and he thought he'd go adventure it and go slay the beast or something. So, you know.
Oh, okay. Oh my god. I mean, I guess that would deal with them.
And burned down half the door. Hopefully somebody's got water over there.
Please don't tell me you're in full armor to fight the wasps.
full armor because I'm trying to block out the sun.
Oh, I thought you could walk around with it. Well, that would explain.
I can, it just unbearably painful.
That's fair.
I just have high pain tolerance, that's all.
Well, also, do you know where the tailor is? Or who they are? I'm trying to look for them, but their shop is closed. How did I find them?
That should be one of Esmeralda's sisters. I think
Esmeralda?
one of the wings.
I'm sorry.
Cat that runs the tavern. Cat that runs the tavern. She has two sisters, Monday and Kago. I think Kago's another tailor. I think it's
Alright.
seamstress.
I don't mean to be offensive, but saying the one with the wings doesn't exactly help. There are a lot of people with wings here.
Fair enough. Very
Speaking of,
colorful.
That was annoying.
yeah. Guess I'll go find the person who
I don't
runs the
think I saw them
tavern.
today, so you might have to check another day.
For God's intuition, they were supposed to be. So I hope they're still here.
I believe, I think they might have had a Woodlow notice there out of character,
No.
both the players, Congo and them are out.
Yeah, I spoke to them about a character. I guess I just didn't message. Fine.
Yeah, check that. If you check absent notice both,
I guess I missed it. Fuck.
Both
Something probably
Teddy
came
and,
up. Oh well.
yeah. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
I just don't want to let you on a wild goose chase.
No, it's fine. I get it.
She's got a tool to deal with bugs. Here, you go grab her if you want.
Well, I'm gonna ask DM something because I want to see if I could just buy it instead of, or maybe buy it and then get it fitted by the I'll go over here. I don't want to go all the way to the barracks. Yeah, is Amari streaming? Like, is there just a group of people in a VC watching my fucking shit? I mean, fair. Where goes game? Honestly, I think this is the most viewers and chatters that I've had in like months. So hell yeah. Typically, I don't get a lot. So it feels nice. And I know why I don't get a lot, is because I don't stream a shit ton. But I want 2 more. That's the plan. You can reach the bad ones? What? Wait, bad chatters? What do you mean? What do you mean, like, people need to ban? I don't think we have anyone in there right now, then. We're pretty quick on banning bots and stuff. I don't think I have any auto mod set up for certain, like, words. Like, I'm sure Twitch has automatic stuff set up for that, but I should probably set up auto mods for, like... Well, because it depends, like, certain things. There's, like... Don't want people saying slurs and stuff in my chat. Obviously. Waiting for a DM so I want to ask him if I would be allowed to just buy the outfit and then get it fitted later. Instead of the, just because the tailor's not here. I don't know if the menus work like they do in NDA. Well, ND. Because the ND maps, once you ping a DM, they'll spawn where you ping them. I don't know if this one will spawn on you. I assume so. So, in, like, ND, you can't walk away from the ping. type thing, but I don't know about this one. 'Cause in this one, you can spawn on people.
DM present.
Hello. I just wanted to ask. I was trying to find an in-character reason to get that like new outfit. I spoke to Elusive about it like yesterday, and they said to go to one of the tailors to get it fitted, stuff like that. 'Cause it doesn't have any mechanical value. But tailors aren't here today. I think they had to be absent. Would I be able to go like buy it somewhere and then get it fitted later, just so I can like use the outfit, or what? 'Cause it doesn't have any mechanical value, so.
You should just be able to visit the tailor shop and then just imply that you spoke to them and then clarify it with the player later.
Okay,
If that makes
so
sense.
just imply that I like ordered it ahead of time or something.
Or if you haven't done anything to have ordered it, you can just imply that you went to order it and then message them later. Or like visit there.
Yeah, I just wanted to wear it today was the thing.
You know, that sort of thing.
So
Well, are you ordering it or are you just purchasing?
my idea was to purchase it and then get it fitted by the tailors, or something like that. I don't fully know. I was just gonna talk to them about it and figure it out. So if you'd prefer, I'd just wait and talk to them instead, then I can. Like, it's not really a requirement.
I think it's up to you. You can either imply that that interaction happened and then, like I said, clarify with the player later, or you can
Okay.
go and order it and then get the fitting interaction next session when they're available. It's up to you.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you. I might still wait. 'Cause I spoke to them out of character, to talk about my plans with it. And I think they said they would be in this session, but I believe I didn't check the absence channel, so just ping them on a cliff. No. Well, you can set auto mod stuff though. Like there's bots like Nightbot, for example. You don't have like not just using the default Twitch auto mod. Like I use Nightbot, for example, for the dice rolls. So I already have Nightbot set up on my channel. I just need to get it. I can add like things like certain phrases that will automatically ban someone or automatically time someone out if they get said. So, because I don't know which specific slurs Twitch auto bans. I assume the obvious ones like the N word and maybe the R word as well. But things like the F slur, for example, I don't know if it is.
Oh, well, that would explain why they wanted you then.
Wow. Sorry. So, I don't know if that one is. I prefer people not to say that in my chat. Sometimes I'll say that word as a joke, like not during stream, because I myself, well, not specifically gay, I'm pansexual. I call myself gay because I'm more towards that side of the pansexual stuff. So I'll use it as a joke. I call my boyfriend it sometimes as like just a funny joke. Never actually use it as an insult type thing. A lot of people in LGBT will use those things as jokes. But I still don't want people saying in my chat just in case someone uses it as an insult. I'm specifically mentioning the F slur, not other slurs. But still, I don't know, because I don't think there's a way I can make it where mods can have access to Nightbot stuff. I might be able to. I don't know if I fully want to. Until I get like a lot of chatters and stuff, I think I might just leave that to myself. Because I have like the dice roll command on there and stuff. I don't want anything to be messed with accidentally. For people who don't know, by the way, you can hit freaking exclamation mark D20 it'll roll a dice in my chat. So, if you guys ever want to roll a dice or anything, sometimes I'll ask chat to do that for certain things. Feel free to.
If that's still ongoing and there's still
It should still work. I haven't messed with it. So, I typically use my own dice rolls and stuff and, for the last few sessions, so. And the day of the month that I go through. Well, I'll have more than just 2 mods by then. Well, if I even get there. I don't know. Well, I would love to be able to make something like streaming a career. It's, 1, very hard, and 2, it takes a lot of work. So, like, I want to start streaming a lot more, even not RP stuff. Like, I've been trying to start, like, streaming, like, for example, when Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, I want to try streaming that. Stuff like that. So I've been trying to find games that I'm super interested in streaming. Like, I did some Final Fantasy 16 a while ago. A lot of the games I have, I'm not super interested in streaming. Like, that I'm actively playing, because, like, I'll play the game with, like, a bunch of friends in a VC or something, where I just want to hang out and talk to them. I don't really want to have to worry about streaming and stuff like that. And also, like, your private group of friends, you guys may talk about something that isn't TOS safe, for example. Because it's a private group of friends. So I don't want to, like, force my friends to be like, hey, you can't say this because I'm streaming. Especially, like, if it's just a random game we're playing. But stuff like Monster Hunter Wilds, for example, that's a more pre-planned thing. Instead of just like randomly one day, hey, let's play this game and I stream. It's more of a, it's coming out, so let's stream it a bit. Yeah, I didn't stream Kingdom Come 2. The only reason why I didn't, and I still don't, is because it's the type of game, well, I'd love to stream it. It's the type of game where, like, I kind of light, almost soft RP through it. Like, I won't play it as necessarily a game. I'll have, like, when I play the game, I'll have an actual daily routine. Like, I'll do blacksmith. Like, I'm trying to grind up, like, blacksmith, like, craftsman's levels and alchemy levels. So I'll basically act like it's my character's routine. I'll go to bed at certain times. I'll do that, eat at certain times, stuff like that. So it's something that I feel like wouldn't make a good stream, because it's mostly just me being silent, playing the game, sometimes watching like a YouTube video in the background. So a lot of it is grinding right now. Then there's also the matter of my computer. A lot of modern day games, I struggle to stream at good FPS. Like, I can run the game at like 90 FPS normally, like completely fine. But then when I actually stream it, my FPS drops a lot. I think VRChat, I've just gotten used to it. Like, getting 30 FPS in VRChat is pretty fine. But I don't know. I don't like having my graphics on all games be like medium, be like low, for example. I usually can do like medium fine, but then when I stream, it lowers it a lot. So, like, that was the issue with Final Fantasy 16. Is I would love to stream more of that. It's just the fucking, like, when I streamed, my frames would die. When I was streaming Alan Wake 2, though, that didn't happen that much, from what I remember. So I might go back to streaming that. Same with like Resident Evil 4, when I streamed that a long time ago, like the remake. I'm tempted once like the new Snake, like the new Metal Gear Solid game comes out. The like remake for Snake Eater. I'm tempted to stream that, because I've never played the game, but the remake looks so fucking good. It has so many cool features to it. I've never played the original, but I would be heavily down to try that out. I don't know, I'll just figure out some streams I want to do. I don't really like streaming story games that much, because then I feel like I have to stream every single time I play it, or else stream misses out on this story. So games like Monster Hunter, where, yeah, it has a story, but you're mainly just going out and hunting and grinding for gear and stuff like that, is a lot better for me. Oh. Oh god, it looked like everyone was fucking frozen. Okay, it looked like everyone was frozen. I was scared. I thought it crashed. I don't know what to do. Like, I was gonna go to the tailor, but they're not here right now. Gunsmith isn't in today. So, I'm also, in general, not feeling RP super heavy today, so I might. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Story games are just hard to stream. I know I don't have to stream every single time I play it, but I just feel bad. Maybe that's my RP brain kicking in. Where I feel bad when I don't, like, for example, Wardens, I'm gonna try to, like, I would feel bad if I don't stream a session and then stream one after, because then people watching, I would be confused. And honestly, something I would love to do is stream just like... thought I heard someone near me. Was stream just like hanging out in VRChat. The issue with that is you typically need a large group that are there to hang out specifically on stream. Like a lot of those VTubers that do VRChat, like large hangouts and stuff and stream it, those people are typically there for that streamer to hang out on stream. You can't really just hang out with friends and stream, even if they know about it. Because, once again, it's another thing of you're in this private, like, hangout with friends. And while I don't do anything like ERP or shit like that, a lot of people seem to think I do, but I don't. I do not. Still, things will be said, jokes will be made that aren't TOS safe. So I don't want to make people have to follow TOS when we're just having a casual hangout. Like if I had a big like audience on stream and a bunch of people played VRChat, then yeah, I'd do like fan hangouts and stuff. Well, sorry, I don't like saying fan, I mean like audience hangouts, stuff like that, or viewer hangouts, but I don't. So there's a lot of things that I really want to do once I start getting more like a bigger audience. Like I really want to try doing like a 24-hour stream. I originally was going to do a 24-hour stream when I hit 500 followers, but that kind of thing gets real boring real quick if you don't have a lot of people chatting, because like I'll be playing game stuff, but at some point I'll just be sitting there being like, no one's here and shit like that. Well, I don't want to do like a shit ton of marathon streams like everyone else on Twitch does, just because while they're really fun to watch, I feel like they'd be painful to do, having to be on stream for like 30 days or something. Fuck that. Like maybe if I get a big audience and then reach like a big milestone, I might do one like subathon or something like that, but I don't want to do like constant marathons like Kai Cenat or Ludwig do. But still, the idea of doing like the occasional stream that is like a long stream is nice. Like I used to stream really long for roleplay stuff. Like some of my Metaverse streams were like 12 plus hours long. And that was mainly because I had something going on that entire time. Like those events that we were doing lasted that long. It wasn't just a stream that was supposed to be that long without things planned to last that long. So these like marathon streams, or it's just you just stream and then hope you find things to do during it, feel kind of, I don't know, I feel like that'd be very boring for both me and the audience. But those like RP ones where they last a super long time, even if I don't have anyone chatting, they're not boring for me or the audience because there's something going on. But I feel like me just playing a game while silent would be kind of... I don't play a lot of games and chat much. Like I'll chat with people in VCs and stuff, but a lot of single player games, I'll just be sitting there like watching a TV show in the background or something. Well, I believe my longest one was like 11, 12-ish hours. It was the fucking Zaris War in Metaverse. It was a while ago. It was a very janky event, but I found it really fun. A lot of people shit on it, being like, "Ah, that was an awful event. It was horribly ran." And I'm like, yeah, sure, maybe it was. I wasn't really involved in any of the background stuff, so I do not know how it was ran. Besides that, I was one of the NPCs, and I know a bunch of players broke rules and stuff. Like there was a bunch of power gaming going on, but it was also one of my first like large scale NPC experiences. I think it was actually my first NPC experience in general. So I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it. And a lot of people don't like the super long-term RP stuff, but I do. I like the sessions that go a long time. And that's why I like staying in Wardens and for like, oh god, it's like 4+ hours. But I do fully understand, like, I can't do that all the time, like I said. Yeah, you have to be in the mood to do something that long. Yeah, the Zaris War was very janky though. Like, I was at I had a Quest 2 using the like link cable to my older computer, so it wasn't as good as the one I had now. It still worked, but struggled. And also, it was Metaverse, meaning there's like 30+ players that, and this is not even including the NPC models and the DM models, that have crazy unoptimized models with crazy effects. A lot of the time, DM models would also have crazy shit. For some reason, I don't know why you need to pack your DM model with like 30 different soundtracks. But they do that. So, yeah. It was laggy. I think I got like 10 frames for the entirety of the entire thing. It was so janky. But I still enjoyed it. Had fun combat. I think that's also where I met Bird. That was my first time RPing with like Bird and Lone. I forget if Shen was there. Maybe not first time RPing, but I spoke to them a little bit more there than... We interacted, I guess is the best way to put it. I actually met a lot of people there, so... But still, it was very long. It didn't need to be that long, but I enjoyed it because it felt like an actual war. It was supposed to be this big scale war, and it felt like that because of the length of it. And like some of the Fractured Thrones missions that they do, for example, the ones that last a long time, that long scale mission, it feels like, because typically it's like a end of season mission or like an end of arc type thing. So it feels like sitting down and watching like, it's like a big end event thing where it's like, you're in it watching it for so long, and I don't know, I like it. I like those long scale, like a lot long form, like stuff like that. Especially stuff that you're super invested in. Like I love sitting down with friends and watching things like the E3 showcase or Game Awards. Yeah, they're not as long as what, like 12 hours or something, but still, they're showing longer content that you can just be invested in and watch and shit. Like documentaries on YouTube or some shit. Or like I watch a lot of D&D like stuff. Like Critical Role. Well, not Critical Role specifically, but still, stuff like that. And they're typically pretty long. I am sort of tempted to call it quits for now, because I am not super feeling RP right now. We've gone for 2 hours, so that's half of the time I usually go. Because typically I'll go till like... Typically, I specifically try to schedule me getting off around like midnight EST or 1 a.m. Because then, one, I get kind of sick of RP. Well, not sick, but I want a break at that point. And two, I can talk to people in the after lobby. And most of the people got off by then. Like, I believe nighttime is around like 11 EST-ish, 10, 11-ish, I think. Yeah, well, luckily, all of the VODs that I need uploaded are uploaded. Like, I've exported all of the recent NDA stuff with the new character and all of the recent Warden stuff with Luke and Sylvan. Apart from that, the other VODs, well, it sucks to lose them. I don't want to have to go through all of them because I don't play those characters anymore. And it's also would take really long to go through.
probably deep in thought about the jewel.
So,
Deep in
yeah.
piles of
The only issue I'm gonna have is I use the highlight system to cut out like the beginning of the VOD so that you guys don't, the VOD doesn't include my rambling in the pre-lobby. But with the whole new limit, I don't know if you're gonna be able to make a highlight and then it gets deleted after a few days. Like I could make the highlight, do the cutting, and then export the highlight instead of just the raw VOD. But I could edit it using another program or something, but I don't know. It just streamlines it a lot more being able to use the highlight thing. Oh shit. Got the lock. Is anyone... Hope they're okay with me telling them I'm heading... Well, not telling... Like, I hope no one wants me for the rest of the session. They shouldn't. I don't think... That's why I said I won't be helping with the, like, the interrogation of Pierce. Just because I don't... Like I said, I didn't think I would be staying all day. Which I'm not. Yeah, hopefully the VOD things work. Yeah, because, like... Ooh. Knocked some stuff over. It really sucks losing, like, all of the VODs from when I played Rachel. And, like, a lot of the older VODs from RPs and stuff. It sucks losing that so much. But it would take so long to go through 4 seasons of content for NDA. And while it might be easier for the older Warden stuff, like, I don't know, my Warden streams are very much defined by the characters I'm playing, at least in my head. Like Chris, great character, I loved her, I love playing her, but she has zero connection to Luke. So I'd rather save the new stuff, because Chris was an NPC character that I turned into a player. Well, Luke is a character that I built from the ground up, like over time, to be like my roleplay character. So Chris was very hastily made, and a lot of her lore was made through a roleplay. Like I would have changed, like something came up, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool thing, and then I ask if I can get involved with it backstory-wise. Your backstory is written as we went, type thing. Well, Luke, well, yeah, his backstory has had a lot of changes as we go. His character, though, like who he is and the way I roleplay him, hasn't. Like his look, for example, he'll stay looking like this. Well, Chris, I used a 100% different model. Like from the beginning of playing her to the end, like I switched models completely from that point. It was the same thing with Rachel as well for NDA, but still. It was, I don't know. Wardens I very much would prefer if people's introduction to my Warden streams were like Luke. Because he's the character I put the most effort into, and he's the one that I love playing the most. I think he fits like my vision of how I want to roleplay this RP the most. It's a source of thy power. Hello. I'll hydrate after I get off. Because you arrived right when I'm going to end stream. I'm sorry. Oh, I think I did get a DM from... Maybe. I can't tell. I don't know. But still. I'll speak to the tailor and gunsmith next session, most likely. Give me a second. Just going to find someone to quickly raid. Yeah. Sorry that today was decently shorter than normal. But I still hope everyone enjoyed. We still got some really good fucking scenes today. We still got some really good scenes. Like all that shit was awesome. I have to make fun. I have to make fun of Coyote. He forgot to change his title. I have to make fun of him. We forgot that it still says Eden lost. What? Oh, fucking capitalizations. Raid at Furry Coyote. What? Sorry? Am I spelling it wrong? Oh, is it the at? You're not able to at when raiding? I thought you could. I guess maybe not. Huh. Okay. Well, anyways, love you all. You're all amazing. Thank you all for watching. Sorry that day was shorter than normal, but I hope you guys still enjoyed it. Go say hi to Coyote. He's streaming Wardens as well, so same RP. He's awesome, really cool, really friendly, and he forgot to change his name, his stream title, so I'm gonna make fun of it. No. Well, I will, but in a joking way. Anyways, love you all. See you guys later. Probably just gonna stop stream just to hang out with people. So goodbye.